Hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and I think it's time we finally got back to business and started getting on with the lightning elemental signature spells. We've still got a good number of them to go through, and, well, like I said, I'm not a big fan of most of them. Not gonna lie, like, most of these just don't do a lot for me. That's right, birds. I know, electricity being bad? Who would have thought such a thing possible? But I think what we are going to do now is we're going to do ball lightning. Ball lightning does have a particularly high ceiling in that it can do a ton of damage and it's got a lot of knockback. Like, no kidding, you can really get a lot out of ball lightning. Problem is, it's almost strictly single target. But it's really hard to ignore that damage. So what we have with ball lightning, and subsequently with a loud bird, is that you get huge single target damage. Unfortunately, not a whole lot else. So the best way to get that to work is with some sort of with either a lot of knockback or some sort of lingering effect that holds enemies still. Don't get me wrong, there's plenty of those. Just ends up making ball lightning seem kind of like a diva, where it's only wants to hit one enemy at a time, and that's it. Ask anything more of it, and it'll tell you to piss off and take its ball and go home. Which means that in order to make it through a run with what we're working with, we really need something else that can do some decent crowd control, because ball lightning ain't gonna do it by itself. The problem is, I'm not sure how exactly I want to build for that. Probably the best way to do it would be to take something like Tidal Blast that can hit at a medium range, and then use that knockback to give yourself some space and then throw a ball lightning. And that's about what we're going to have to work with here. And we're taking Air Spinner because there is a very much non-zero chance that something is going to be able to sneak up on me. And I'd like to be able to distract enemies with Frost Feint. So there we go, there's our build. Now, like I said, I am in no way disparaging the amount of damage you can do with ball lightning. Not even a little bit. Because that is a big damage number. And as is that. Again, not the problem. The problem is its normal cast really kind of hamstrings you. Oh, also. Okay, so we're doing jazz again. And look at that, we don't even have to wait to suffer. Alright, now because a good part of how this works is via the shock effect, I really think it's important for us to get the twins out of the way first. If we can get the twins out of the way first, then we probably have a better chance with the rest of the run. So remember, any negative that I say about ball lightning, you need to keep in mind that that's coming with the caveat of, but this thing does incredible damage. But it does mean that we need to make sure that we're picking up things that are good at crowd control, which is why I decided to use Air Spinner. Alright. See, at least when you're playing on Retro Floor Plan, the one thing that you can definitely count on is that whatever ball lightning hits, it will goddamn annihilate. So again, don't take my saying that I'm not a big fan of it to complete heart, because there are definite positives to this bad boy. But you do need to make sure you're pairing it with something that gives you a lot of crowd control and a decent amount of uptime on your offense. And even then, you still have to make sure your defense is on. I guess all that to say that ball lightning is very high risk, high reward. How did that not detonate the barrel? Like, seriously, I'm pretty sure I, like, love-tapped that thing with my Tidal Blast. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and upgrade our robe. Come back here, upgrade that, grab that, and we're good to go. Now, I can't be 100% certain if Ball Lightning is the most damaging signature in the game. I know that it's very, very powerful. But is it doing more damage than, say, Obsidian Cascade? Like, I just don't know if I can in good conscience say that. Now again, I'm really trying to stress that that doesn't mean that I dislike the spell. It just means that I feel that its use cases are very narrow. Like, this is definitely the thing that you take when you want to design a boss killer build. Well, I say that, but then there's also Obsidian Cascade. No, I don't know. My opinion on this one is very clouded. Like, I'm not really, like, 100% sure what I think of Ball Lightning. Part of why I'm choosing to run a build with it. I know, shocking goddamn concept, right? We had anything good here? Not really. God damn it, anyway. Ow. Of course, the other thing that I'm kind of noticing and kind of digging about Ball Lightning is that it does very... Well, I mean, when you don't send your attacks sailing through empty air, it does have a lack of knockback on the Really? It got caught on a crate? But it has a very noticeable lack of knockback on the signature cast, which honestly is a good thing because it means that the sparks that fly around it in that area of effect can actually hit multiple enemies, and at least for one cast, mitigate its own weakness. So, definitely take that in any scenario. I'm fine with that. Alright, anything here that I really like? So I can use this to increase the damage of my signature. I just don't know if just the signature by itself is really enough. I think I am going to grab the Mobius Quill, though. Very nice. See, unfortunately, that's not really going to help. I don't see myself getting any mileage out of the rest of those. Ugh, curse you. I don't even have any Fire Arcana to light things on fire with. Oh, go away. You're a waste of parchment paper! Six. And there we go. I'm not changing my dash, sorry. I know you would love me for me to fart wind arrows, but not gonna happen. Okay, so this is obviously where something like Ball Lightning can really flex some of its muscle. That is, if I didn't have multiple archers trying to stop me. Jerks. Firing sticks at me from a distance. What the hell's wrong with you? Now, see, that's what should have happened on the first floor. Come on, now. Also, I thought that there were still enemies there, so very clearly I was not paying attention. There we go. Ooh, got anything good here? I mean, kind of. I have 2 spells that can take advantage of the Dark Katana. I don't know. I'll come back. Though it does feel like an odd presence. I like presence. And even though I'm not huge on the Pathfinder's map, there's no denying that having a map of the area is kind of nice. God, my aim is awful today. And again, only having like a tenth of a picosecond to be able to aim anything while these guys are busy machine gunning icicles out of their faces. Definitely not an ideal situation. Okay, we definitely want that. And now I'm kind of wishing that I had just picked up this stupid battery, because Thundering Chain is exactly what I was thinking would make that worthwhile. And of course, that's what showed up. I don't know why I thought that was a good idea. Okay, well, regardless of my screw-up, at least we've got ourselves something good to work with now. It was already not bad, but the consistency makes me feel so much better. I'm not trying to ignore every cursed relic I see. It's just none of them are really doing much for me. Go away. Now remember, we need to fill in all of the space on the map in order to get the full bonus for the Cartographer's Quill. Number of you right now going, really? Once we get that taken care of, then it's boss fight time. Beautiful. Alright, I think we're going to skip the Dark Katana, because if I'm going to lose gold every time I'm hit, I want to make sure I'm carrying enough with me to purchase something useful. Ugh. You have to forgive the bad aim. I'm just a little on the tired side, that's all. God, I hate those guys so much. Why, if I had known you were going to see me miss most of my shots, I would have started taking like a tally, like, how bad do you think I'm going to do this time? None of those are useful either. Well, this one will give me at least another 5% damage, but Christ. Alright, you know what? Let's come down here. Yeah, this is starting to become a run of constant embarrassments. Fortunately, the other big thing to mention is that you don't have a lot of downtime from the casting, so you're not necessarily stuck in place because you're just throwing something. So you can not necessarily dash cancel out of the way of whatever's coming your way, but you can just, get out of the way. No, wait. Come on. Yes, highlight the map. Alright. So, there are a number of spells here I like. Wouldn't mind taking, Ignition Drive or anything like that, but going up against Zeal next, and she is going to resist the shit out of those spells. Nothing here I really want to get rid of. Anything I want to pick up? I already did. Yeah, none of that is really all that great. I think what I will do is I'll grab the teddy bear, because if nothing else, it at least guarantees that I won't take too many stray hits, because then I'll charm enemies and they'll be like, who's my foe? Okay, that we can just straight up give to you. Actually, you know what? No, because then I can use the air spinners as a projectile shield. So no, I'm not getting rid of that. Love to be doing more damage, but let's not kid ourselves into thinking that that was a bad find either. Alright, well, I almost had an immaculate defense there, but I mistimed my air spinners. Which is a lot better than what could have happened. I could have just stood there with my mouth open going, aim here! Admittedly, Aqua Breaker is quite nice. There we go. Alright, so now we've got ourselves a double charge attack build, kind of, because I can always switch to the... You get what I'm trying to say. Alright, go away now. Stop making me lose money every time I get hit. I already don't have enough money in my bank account to support anything. Okay, well, we got a couple of good uses out of Reinforced Bracer. Okay, no, we've got some brilliant usage out of Reinforced Bracer there. It's just that I also ended up getting hit in the head with a fireball. That just sapped all the cool that I thought I owned right out of my body. It's like dodging, ducking, dipping, diving, and dodging to master a dodgeball play, only to then slip on a banana peel. And you know, if you've told your whole legacy by getting Tom and Jerry'd out of existence, that's just sad. Perfect. By the way, did I mention that you can get your ball lightning caught on simple furniture? Yeah, that's a thing that can happen. Because it's a single target spell, you can waste that entire charge time obliterating nothing. And you know, if you don't feel a little silly after that, then oof, I don't know what you could possibly feel shame from. By the way, if you've noticed that I haven't been spending a lot of time talking about Ball Lightning, it's mostly because this is another one of those very straightforward spells. Like, the biggest intricacy to it is that it has no knockback on its signature cast version, so you can use that to actually hit multiple enemies in an area of effect. That's the biggest thing I've got going for me on this one. The thing, Ball Lightning is straightforward, and it's very much geared towards single targets. So, really, game? Really? Are we really doing this? Really? How did that... You know what? Never mind. I know the intricacies of the hitboxes on that attack. I know why I got hit, I just don't like it. Ooh, so the very first lesson that you should learn is when you take damage, the first thing you should do is immediately dart forward and headbutt that source of damage. Don't think, don't even give it a passing thought, just stick your face in it. Alright, getting embarrassingly obliterated by a firing scrod. Scrod? Like, I've promised you all so many times that I know how to speak English, and yet sometimes I don't believe it myself. Get out of here. Okay. Obviously, I'm not playing to the best of my ability. So hopefully you'll forgive my, at least what in my opinion is a less than stellar performance. Now, in my opinion, though, that is at least somewhat Ball Lightning's fault. Not all of it, of course. Some of it is just me not dodging attacks properly when I should know what's coming. But part of it is also that I have a signature that just isn't very good against crowds, and the entire difficulty scaling of the Retro floor plan is based upon crowds, so... Believe me when I say I knew what I was getting myself into. Not entirely pleased by it. Prescription bottle? Oh, okay. Sorry, but I don't need that. Get 375 damage, that's an oof. Then again, it is nearly midnight as I'm recording this, so maybe that has some bearing on iffy performance? Okay, that worked. Alright, cool. No heroic maelstrom for me. Not feeling that depressed, really. Yes, I know I could have used Air Spinner to face tank that, but... if I'm being honest, it's just not a playstyle I'm used to. Like, whenever I get reinforced bracers, it's more like just a bonus on top of an already decent run. That time I got it right. Also, a nice 87 hit ultra combo. Okay, I think at this point, a little extra armor would be more useful than a map, so drop that, pick up that, that's about right. Oh, pardon me. Oh, wow. Come on. Come on, buddy. You can do it. Okay, when I said you can do it, I didn't mean you can summon a bunch of jackasses. There, you deserve that. Alright, so in the end, Ball Lightning. Great against bosses and single targets. not really great against much else, especially if you happen to clip the very edge of the couch. Last I checked, we weren't using armchair obliterator, we were using a ball of goddamn lightning. So, admittedly, that went a lot smoother than I thought it would, but don't get it twisted. There's plenty of other signatures that I like better than ball lightning. I just might have overestimated how much I was going to hate this one. But yeah, in the long run, not bad. So long as you build around it and understand that it is not going to do you any favors in crowds, it really gets the job done. It's a wonderful single target damage champion. Now, I do like Obsidian Cascade better, but I mean, you know, sometimes you just want to do something a little different. Sometimes ball lightning is more your pace. I don't know. I may prefer other spells, but this one didn't turn out as bad as I would have thought it would have. So there you go. That's my glowing endorsement of ball lightning. But, do you guys have a different opinion on this spell? By all means, let me know either in the comments or on my social media. I, of course, want to thank you for coming and spending some of your free time here with me today. I really do appreciate it. I hope you have a beautiful day. Or rest of your day, I should say. And I will catch you in the next one. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and you take care, everybody.